What's up, y'all? It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know. So we've talked a little bit about Ciara, Russell Wilson, and Future before. So Future is putting them back in the headlines, y'all, because Future allegedly said that Russell Wilson was not being a man and that allegedly Ciara may be running their relationship. Before we get into the subject matter, definitely make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and let's get into the commentary. Mwah. Enjoy, y'all.
I already know it's your girl, Britney Chanel.
Alright, y'all. So I find it pretty interesting that Future is calling out Russell Wilson again. First of all, I just really find this to be, in my opinion, very bitter of him, okay? When I first read this article, I kind of got the, first people was tripping about, the child being in family photos with Russell Wilson. And I'm like, well, if that's his stepfather and they're now like a blended new family, why would he not be able to be in pictures with Russell Wilson and that's his stepfather? You get what I'm saying? It just seemed like it was a bunch of bitter baby father committee people that was tripping about the whole situation. Like, from what we saw in the media, Future is this playboy who always has a different girl. And Ciara, when they were together, she, basically it was some allegations of some cheating, and then they split and part ways. And, Future just seems to be like a serial person that's in relationships with different people. So, remember his infamous Enjoy Love when that girl made them allegations about him not too long ago. But she was basically saying that he shaded her in some type of way, like he invited her somewhere and I guess she didn't want to sleep with him, and so allegedly he was like Enjoy Love. So basically this was on people.com, y'all, and it was written by Joel Goldstein. Okay, girl, January 18th, 2019. It says Future has no problem calling out Ciara and her man. Not just her man, her husband, and her baby father. All of those titles, okay? So put some respect on Russell Wilson's name in this title. And then also it says, on Friday, the Fine China rapper 35 revealed that he didn't necessarily approve of the way his ex-fiance dominated her marriage with Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson. Well, first of all, just reading that, her marriage has nothing to do with you. The only thing that has something to do with you is basically you and her co-parenting the child. What does her marriage have to do with you? That's number one. People always getting out of line, worried about stuff they don't have nothing to be worried about. No business being worried about, excuse me. So it says Future, who got to see engaged to Ciara back in October of 2013, but called it quits 3 months later after the birth of their first child, I think. Okay, let me see. Okay, so their son, they had a son, y'all, named Future Zaire Wilburn. The middle name is so cute. Okay, so basically he said this, y'all. He felt like Russell Wilson was far too easygoing when it came to Ciara and her past relationships. Or he just knows how to deal with his wife. Everybody is not aggressive and argumentative. Some people are calm, cool, and collective. I have friends that are calm, cool, and collective, and I'm the lit one, and it just balances out our friendships. Why does he have to be aggressive or anything more with his wife? If he feels like he's comfortable in his relationship, who are you to tell him you are not? First of all, can we talk about why Future is not a person that should be giving anybody relationship advice? If you have more than one baby mama, you cannot give nobody no relationship advice, period. You have not made not one commitment like that, period. And you trying to be out here giving Russell Wilson, who, man, talking about he's not a man, but he's the one who stood up and married Ciara, like, the honorable thing to do, and had a child with her, and making sure she has a place to live in, amongst other things. Why are you concerned about somebody doing that? See, this is the problem, y'all, that we have a little bit in the black community, where you have these type of boys like Future who run around serial impregnating people, and then you want to give advice on what it is to be a man. You're not a man, so how are you going to talk about what Russell Wilson should be doing in his marriage? Like, get out of here. So basically, it says here, At the time, the rapper's alleged infidelity led to their breakup. So this is what they're saying he's quoted to say, y'all. They say he said this. He do exactly what she tell him to do. He's not being a man in that position. He said during his interview with Beats One Radio, you not telling her, bro, chill out with that on the internet. Don't even talk to him. I'm your husband. You better not even bring up Future's name up. How first of all, that's controlling. How could she not bring up her baby father's name? Like, y'all have a child together. Y'all have to co-parent together. So how would Ciara never bring up your name again? You see the craziness of this whole situation? This is crazy, y'all. So basically it says Future went on to explain that when he was dating Ciara, things were much different. He said if that was me, she wouldn't even bring his name up. She'd know that. He said she couldn't even bring her ex's names up. Don't give that ish no energy. It's about me. I'm taking care of everything. But you are not with Ciara, sir. You blew that. Because that's what it sounded like. You worried about what you would do, sir. You don't have that opportunity to tell somebody what to do or how you would do it because you blew that opportunity. And it just seemed like you were a little salty about that. Like, you're the past. Russell is the future. Deal with it, darling. Anyway, it says after ending her engagement with Future, Ciara began dating Wilson in 2015. And it was a lot of people that I had a problem with, like, or things that they were saying that Russell was a simp and all this other stuff. No. Being married and having kids with somebody and being honorable, since when is that a negative thing to do? And it was like grown rappers saying this stupid stuff. And it's like, this is why people be trying to push that black love narrative and all the rest of that stuff. This is why that doesn't happen. Because you have a bunch of grown men running around like little kids saying stuff like, oh, you not being a man. How is he not being a man when he's taking care of his kids and he's married and he stepped up to the plate when you failed and you was out here serial cheating on people allegedly and all the rest of this stuff? So pretty much, they say the pair officially tied the knot the following summer and continued to parent Future Zaire together, in addition to their 1-year-old daughter, Sienna Princess. So, reps for Ciara and Wilson did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. And, honey, they look like they living their best life, honey. She got both of her kids. And it says here, despite what Future thinks about their relationship, it seems the past 2 years have been incredibly blissful for Ciara and Wilson. They're looking forward to making it better. So it says that Ciara recently opened up about her desire to take her marriage with the NFL quarterback to new heights. And this is what she was quoted to say, y'all. This is what they're saying that she said. Russ and I like to have conversations and reflect on our years in general, whether it's what we've done individually, but also together and how we can keep on leveling up our love, the singer told People exclusively, while gearing up to host and perform on the West Coast telecast of Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest in 2019. Lord, that was long. We're definitely going to chat about those ideas. I got tongue twisted. That's how long. You know, like, they always have to put Grammy Awards singing da-da-da-da-da. They got to put 20 titles before they get to the point. But it says, though the pair's love has never had an off season, they continue to search for their best rhythm when it comes to maintaining their romance while juggling parenthood amongst their hectic schedules. And then she says, I can definitely say more date nights, she added. That's the one thing that we've been working on. See, this is the thing. I don't think she should have told them that they need more date nights. That should have been something that she kept to herself, because you got people like Future in the cut. He don't even take her out on dates. I'm telling you, when you give these people an inch, honey, they take a whole mile. And so she basically goes on to say, we've been able to add some more date nights in the mix, and that's really fun. So I think in 2019, we're going to level up the date nights and add some more to the mix. Especially with our schedules always moving. I don't think she should have said that her schedule was hectic, because there's side chicks in the cuts waiting to hear. Like, did you not hear about side chicks of Atlanta? Now, I'm not saying Lord, we ain't talking about Future. I'm not saying Russell is not a loyal dude, but I would not announce that you're not having enough date nights for these side little groupie girls to be somewhere festering at the thought of that. Okay, but it says this. But when it says, even when Ciara is busy working and Wilson is tied up on the field, the singer has nothing to fear because Future is there to make Sienna happy and love her. So basically, I guess she's talking about her son. And then she says, he's so loving. Ciara says about Future being the greatest big brother to Sienna. When they FaceTime each other, both of them smile in ways I've never seen. When they, she said, when we make them smile, he'll say, sit in my lap, sissy mama. And then he likes to try to help with the bottle, she added. I think that's so cute. Like, he's already stepping up to the big brother plate. That is so cute. But what are y'all's thoughts on this whole situation with Future talking about Russell ain't a man and he should put a, like, I guess a restraint on Ciara from mentioning him? Like, how is Ciara not going to mention you and you're her child's father? Like, you can't erase that whole situation. So it's like he knew getting into the relationship with Ciara that she had baggage. So what are y'all's thoughts on this whole situation down below? Put it down below. Excuse me. It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know. Definitely make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more views on the news.
Oh.